Okay, everybody. So first of all, thank you for joining us again today. My name's Michael Torres. I'm with On the Move Realty. And today I want to talk about not just the $50,000 grant program that we have available for home buyers, but I also want to just talk about whether it's the right time for you to buy a home and what that might look like. So stay with me today as I go through this process. And again, obviously, if you like what we're bringing for you guys, subscribe to our channel, like our page. And if you ever need anything, if you are thinking about buying a home in Southern California or even selling a property, have any questions about real estate in Southern California, always feel free to reach out. Our contact information is down below. So first of all, let's go ahead and get started again about this $50,000 grant program. So this particular program, I am absolutely thrilled to have access to it. Never seen anything like this. And my buyers that are taking advantage of this right now are absolutely thrilled. So if you're thinking about buying a home, let's talk about whether you qualify and what this might look like for you. So first of all, what you need is you're going to need a 660 FICO score. So you need to keep your credit up. If you're close, we can help you get there. So long story short, reach out if you're interested. You cannot own a home right now. So if you are considering taking advantage of this program and maybe you have a property to sell, we can talk about how you can still utilize the program. In LA County, you need to have your income under $300,000. In Orange County, you're looking at $385,000 or less. We do have these properties available in LA County, Orange County, and the Inland Empire. So we also have a list of qualified homes. So if this is of interest to you, and we get you qualified with the program, at that time we can provide you with the right properties that fit for you. So into whether you should buy or not, whether it's the time for you, let's kind of go into what this looks like. So surveys have shown that buyers have two common complaints about real estate. First, agents don't really listen to what they want in a house. And two, they're showing too many homes in too many different areas. So right now, there's about 5,000 properties for sale in our area. Only 1 out of 50 is ever advertised. Many are sold without signs, and most never even appear as an open house. So what that means is that you might be driving right past the perfect home for you and not even realize that this property is for sale. So how do agents like myself know what properties are going to be on the market? Well, what we have is what's called the MLS. And the MLS is a database where all agents upload their new listings daily. So every time something new hits the market, as an agent, as something you're looking for, we have access to that and we can provide that for you. So, like I said before, we also have a special list of properties that are qualified for the $50,000 grant and the $20,000 grant. We can lead you to the ones that you're already qualified for. So once we go through this process, we have you qualified, we can walk you right into what that might look like for you and which properties are qualified already that you can kind of target. So what this means for you is that as an agent, I can find and sell your property regardless of which company has this property for sale. So do you see the benefit in that? What this pretty much means for you is that you don't need to call 10 different agents, meet 10 different agents to go to 10 different properties. I can actually walk you up to each property, whether I represent the listing or somebody else does. So there's no need for you to talk with 10 other people. Reach out to me if you'd like me to help you find the home of your dreams, get you the best deal possible. I will be the one walking you through that. So all of the real estate offices in the area share all of the listings. We know of additions and deletions daily. So on a daily basis, I can keep you informed on the area that you're looking at, which properties are a fit for you, which ones may not be, what is already sold, and what's still on the market for you. So in our market, if properties are priced below what others have been selling for, agents call their buyers as soon as these properties hit the market, and they may be sold in a matter of days. So the seller may get a lot of offers to choose from. Our markets have been very competitive. Any good deal that you see out on the market is going to have offers. So it's going to be a hot property. It's going to need to be something that we are competing for. So they will pick the best based on price and other terms. So these sellers, obviously, they're just like you. They're looking for the best deal. So you want a great deal, the sellers want a great deal too. So these sellers are going to pick on, not just price, but terms. And that's where you need a professional walk you through this to help you, land the property of your dreams and also get you the best terms possible. So let's talk about whether your offer is going to get accepted and the strength of your offer here. So the strongest offers that you can make right now in the market are an all cash, no closing costs, no contingencies. Okay. What that essentially means is that you're writing a check, sending a wire directly from your bank account. You're not asking for the seller for any closing costs and no contingencies, meaning that, you have no outs, essentially. You're buying the home as is. You're not asking them to do repairs. You're not asking them for anything. So the next strongest offer you could come up with would be an all cash asking for some closing costs. Realistically, most people paying cash don't ask for closing costs, but if you want to negotiate, that's something that we can work on. Another strong offer would be 20% down or more with no closing costs. This would be a conventional loan where essentially, you're putting a large down payment, you're getting money from the you're putting a down payment, you're not asking for any closing costs, you're paying all your own closing costs, you're getting a loan from the bank here. The next strongest you'd be looking at would be like a 20% down or more down payment. And then you're asking for some closing costs. So essentially, you're negotiating with the seller and asking them to pay for some closing costs. In our market right now, we've gone from a very, very high seller's market to more of a reasonable market. So right now, asking for closing costs is a reasonable thing to do. And every case is different. Every property is different. We want you to be prepared to buy a home to pay your own closing costs. However, that doesn't mean we're not willing to ask and to negotiate, especially when we know we can pull that off for you. So moving on down, as you can see, the less money you put down, the less attractive your offer may be. So long story short, if you're putting 10% down and asking for some closing cost, you can see you may not be as strong as a candidate. And then we start getting into the FHA loans where you're putting a 3.5% down, maybe asking for no closing costs, or maybe you are. Again, those will be the weaker ones. So if you're, an FHA buyer with 3.5% down and you're asking for closing costs and you're up against somebody who has, 20% or 30% down and not asking for some closing costs, you can see that particular buyer is probably gonna be a stronger fit. Okay. And then there are other programs where you can come with as little as 0% down on government assistance programs. There's also VA programs with 0% down. I absolutely love working with veterans and taking advantage of the zero down vet program. The VA program is an absolute win for you vets. So if you did serve in the military, I'd love to talk to you about taking advantage of that program. So as an agent, we tour about 20 different properties a week. That's over 1,000 properties a year. As an agent looking on the MLS, we can eliminate properties that are overpriced for you, too small for you, in a bad condition. Maybe they're only looking for cash offers because the condition of the property will only warrant that. You will not be able to finance it. Maybe the property's in an area you're not looking for. So we can help you avoid that as well. And we want to help you avoid properties that are just not what you want and what you're looking for. So obviously, there's no perfect home for anyone. We do need to choose what's most important to you and what best fits your needs. So many wonder, is this the right time to buy, or would it be wise for me to wait? So only 4 different things can happen. Obviously, if you know prices are going up and interest rates are going up, you want to buy now. Why? Well, you're going to gain equity when the price goes up. And if you know interest rates are going up, you know that your payment is going up as well. So if you lock that in now, not only are you gaining equity on your property, but you're also locking in a lower payment. So let's talk about the next scenario. If prices are going up and interest rates are going down, still a great time to buy. Why? Well, let's talk about it. Prices are going up. You want to lock in your home now before the price goes up even higher. You want to get that equity for you, right? So you want to lock that in. And if you know interest rates are coming down as well, you can buy now as the property is going up in value. And as interest rates go down, you can always refinance down the road. So maybe a year or 2 years from now, you can refinance it at an even lower rate with all your new equity. and you can lower your payment. Okay, so it's a great time to lock it in. Let's say prices are coming down, but interest rates are going up. Still a great time to lock in your home. Why? I mean, when prices come down a little bit, at least what I've seen, they're not coming down a lot. They haven't been coming down a lot here. However, as those interest rates are going up, your payment can be going up exponentially. So right now we're hovering in the mid sixes to sevens for interest rates. Gosh, imagine if you had bought a home when the rates were 2 or 2.5 or 3%. Your payment was much lower then, right? So let's say prices are coming down a little bit, but interest rates are going up. Lock it in. Lock it in now. That's a great time to buy it. So the only time you really want to wait is if you know that prices are coming down and interest rates are going down. Now, why would you wait in that case? Well, do you want to overpay for a home? Absolutely not, right? So, and then with interest rates, if you know they're coming down, you want to lock in the lowest rate possible. You want to lock in the lowest payment possible. That's going to be the best thing for you and your family. So obviously, if you know prices and interest are coming down, you want to wait. But let me ask you this. Does that sound likely right now? My answer is no, it doesn't right now. Because what we're seeing is prices are holding pretty steady. We're seeing some properties are coming down a little bit on price, but at the same time, interest rates are hovering around that like 6.5, 7%. You know, let's say they were to go up to 8. You got to lock it in now, right? So obviously, with all this said, right now is still a good time to buy if you're qualified, and especially if we can help you take advantage of any programs where you can get anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 in grant money that is not paid back. So some buyers are worried that they may overpay for a home. This is not something you need to worry about. Anytime you get a loan on a property, you're going to get an appraisal done. And the appraisal is going to go out and determine what the home is worth. The bank is not going to lend you this money if the home's not worth it. So don't worry. This is not or should not be a concern to you. The bank's not going to lend you the money if it's not worth that much. So when you buy a home, just imagine you don't have any grouchy landlords, you don't have any rent increases, no one has keys to enter your home, you can upgrade, no need to hide any pets. You get all the appreciation in the value of the home. You can also trade up later, and that's a huge benefit. When you buy a home and you build equity in your home as a first time buyer, and essentially, you can sell that property and trade up into your next home or your dream home. I've seen it so many times, and this is the way to build generational wealth through real estate. So you do this, you're now a homeowner, and the government is helping you to purchase. So vital question to this process is, how does your buyer's agent get paid? So we get paid on commission only. However, we only get paid if you choose to work through us. So we will commit to working hard, finding you a new home, but we do need your commitment to buy and work exclusively with us. So what is a buyer's agreement? So a buyer's agreement is an agreement between the agent and the buyer. So with a buyer's agreement, you will be represented by a written agreement to purchase a property. Buyers must be represented with a buyer's agreement before we can show you any homes. This does outline the agent's commissions. So it is the buyer's obligation to pay the agent's commission. However, we ask the seller to pay our fee of up to 3%. With that said, most sellers are prepared to pay commissions. This was normal until very recently. Um, I've never had to have a buyer actually pay my full fee on a commission. However, in the event, let's say we find a great property for you and the seller does not want to pay any commission or is only paying a portion of our fee, at that time we would ask you to come up with the difference, or we can just go find another property. So that's a lot of times what we've done. So my job as an agent is to know what your needs are, to know what you qualify for, to know what is available for you now, know what might be coming to the market that might be a fit for your needs. We want to find the best area for your needs. So based on how much you qualify for, what your needs are, we want to find an area for you that fits your needs, that has the bedrooms and baths you want at the price you can afford. We want to find the best 2 to 3 properties in your area and price range. So some people think, oh, I'm going to look around for 6 to 9 months. I mean, look, if we can, get you qualified and find the best 2 to 3 or 4 to 5 properties in your area and price range, you need to be ready to write offers. Because, like we talked about before, this is a competitive market. Serious home buyers are out in the market writing offers. So if we find 2 or 3 homes that fit your needs, it's important you're writing offers on these properties. And to let you know as well, you can write more than one offer. So if you find 2 or 3 properties while we go show you homes, you can write offers on all two or three or even 4 or 5 properties. So be ready and be prepared to write offers when you see properties that fit your needs and that work for you and your family. So it's also our job to arrange the showings, to write these offers, present these offers on your behalf, negotiate the price and the financial conditions of your transaction. It's our job to open escrow, to handle the walkthroughs, handle the inspection of your home and appraisal. Very important aspect here. We're going to get a home inspection done. The home inspector is going to find everything going on with this property for you, so that we can make sure that we know what you're getting into. We don't want you to come into problems you didn't know about. So that's why we get an inspection done, so you know the condition, and we make sure it works for you. Um, Follow up with the processing transaction coordinator, making sure that all the paperwork's in, signed. It's there for your protection and ours as well. And then obviously to make sure escrow closes, so we can provide you the keys to your beautiful brand new home. So your part is pretty simple. It's just to decide if you are ready and willing to buy, and if you're ready now. I know this is a very big decision, and it's something that people can be afraid of. Um, what you want to, some people want to think about this a little more. They want to ask around to their friends. They want to, see more houses, or maybe just plain put this off and not make a decision now. But what else can you buy that gives you a 10-year money back guarantee, except for real estate in California? So, our chart here, a little outdated, but as you can see, the price of homes has been going up exponentially, and that hasn't changed. We're at or around all-time highs as we speak now. Obviously, you can see there are dips in real estate prices, but they always rebound as well. So if you buy a home and it's something that works for you financially now, and we can lock in something that works for you now, and you plan on staying, for anywhere from the next 7 to 10 or even 15, 20 years, real estate has proven to be a great investment vehicle. This is the interest rates over the years. Again, a little outdated. Interest rates are now hovering a little closer to, 6.5, 7. But as you can see over history, rates are still very low. Rates are still very low compared to what was happening around in the 80s. And so with that said, obviously we hope rates come down even more from where they are now. That opens up a lot of doors for people, and helps with their affordability. It helps with people that want to refinance. But as you can see, the rates, hovering around, 6.5, 7%, are still very reasonable and very low historically speaking. So right now you have two choices. You can either choose to buy now, or you can choose to stay where you are and continue to pay for the landlord's mortgage. Well, let's get real about that. You literally are living somewhere now. You're paying to live somewhere. And if you don't own a property, you are paying someone else's mortgage, or you're paying off someone else's investment. Maybe now is the time for you to hop in and consider buying a home, getting your own property, and building your own wealth through that. Either decision you make is perfectly okay with me. This is a decision for you and your family. So the question is, are you ready to buy a home, maybe a multifamily property, condo? Are you ready to take that step, or are you wanting to wait? So are you ready to buy a place, and are you ready to buy now? Most buyers buy backwards. They find the house first, and then they try to get a loan that fits. Not a good thing to do. I mean, why would you go find a home before you know what you qualify for, before you know how much you can afford? So the requirements for a home loan, we're going to need to get your last paycheck. Typically, we'll need 1 month of paychecks. We're going to need 2 years of tax returns. last two bank account statements, and a part of getting qualified will be running your credit using the Social Security. So, how will the bank qualify you? They're going to be looking at your income, your credit, and your debts that you currently have, and your everyday expenses, like, car payments, credit card payments, and things like that. So some of the most popular programs we have, there are government zero down programs out there like the VA program and some other grant programs available for that. There are FHA programs with 3.5% down. And then we have conventional programs with as little as 5% down. Okay. And then obviously, if you're looking to pay cash, that's another option as well. So the best news about this process, the government has a special program for first-time buyers by giving you a tax refund each month of 28% of your total house payment. So your actual cost of a $4,510 payment is only about $3,247 a month per month after deductions. So what's the next step here? You're going to want to reach out to me or my wife, Silka. So my number, this is my direct line here. You can call me or text me and just say, hey, I'm interested in becoming a homeowner. I want to take advantage of this grant. You can call my wife as well. Send her a text. Let us know what you're looking for. We will set up a one-on-one consultation where we can go over all the details specifically for you. I will set up an appointment for you with our lender who has access to this money that we're giving away for grants, and we will go over what works for you and what's best for you in buying a home right now. And if you're a great fit and you're ready to take advantage of this, you're somebody we want to talk to. So please reach out, call me direct. I'm Michael Torres, living in Long Beach on YouTube. I cannot wait to service you and your family. Thank you for your time today. Have a great day.